Can I become Chinese tomorrow? Let's say China has announced that all Chinese living in other countries can return to China and get a Chinese citizenship. I come to China and I say, "Hello, I decided that I'm Chinese, please let me in." By the way, I don't have an ounce of Chinese blood in me. I did a DNA test and I'm 100% Ashkenazi Jew. They will tell me, "Sorry, you're not Chinese." Even if you suddenly started thinking that you are Chinese, you are not. Then I will say, "Well, please tell me what is the ceremony or the procedure to become Chinese. I will do whatever it takes. How do I start being Chinese?" People will probably think that I'm crazy. How can there be a ceremony that makes one Chinese? Well, if you cannot become Chinese, or for that matter, Irish, then why is it possible to become a Jew? There can be only one answer. The only guide that determines who is a Jew, and the only guide that has defined all aspects of Jewish life throughout the ages, is the Torah. And the Torah says that one can become a Jew. This is a unique and revolutionary idea found only in the Torah. I remember how I had to argue with people who I guess can be described as Jewish secular nationalists, and they were insisting that Giyur, process of becoming a Jew, is nonsense. If a person was not born a Jew, there's no way to become a Jew, they said. And for someone who does not believe in the Torah, this position is understandable. Without the Torah, we would not have the concept of becoming a Jew. If the only source for this idea is the Torah, then the only basis for how it should be done should also be the Torah. Either we believe in the Torah and accept its laws, or we don't. If we don't, then it is not possible to become a Jew. Today, some complain that Giyur, the process of becoming a Jew, in Israel is controlled by rabbis who strictly follow halakha, the Jewish religious law. Well, this is because without these rabbis who strictly follow halakha, the Jewish religious law, Giyur, the process of becoming a Jew, would simply not exist. Some say that because the requirements for becoming a Jew are so strict, many choose to remain non-Jewish. It keeps people from converting to Judaism, and it creates separations between people and so on. And because of this, people ask the rabbis to soften the demands. The unpleasant feelings and difficulties that people may experience are actually quite understandable. But the fact is that no matter how low the bar for these requirements wouldn't be, for some, it will still be too high. If tomorrow we will announce that in order to become a Jew, it is enough to visit a synagogue once in your lifetime, someone will say, "Well, it's too hard for me to visit a synagogue once in my lifetime." Any criteria for Giyur will create divisions. And whatever these rules are, some will always still be able to say that the bar is too high. Therefore, the question is not how high the expectations for those who want to become Jewish should be, but whether there should be any rules for becoming a Jew. And if we have to have rules, then the only rules that determine who is a Jew, the only rules that make possible to become a Jew, the only rules that determine how to do it, are the rules of the Torah, halakha, the Jewish religious law.